Not all polish works for stamping, but here's what actually does. In order to be successful stamping your designs, you want to make sure that you're working with a highly pigmented, quick drying polish, and that's where Young Nails polish comes in. These are great colors to stamp with. They're going to be bold every time, and you're going to get a great design. Now, these are highly pigmented, so when you do brush them on, you're going to get good coloring. And then also when you go to pick up your color, it's going to pick up nice and easily on your stamper. Also, when you set that down onto the nail, it's going to release nice and evenly, and you're going to have a really bold design. It's going to turn out nice and crisp every time. My favorite colors for stamping are the black, white, silver, and gold. These four colors are always my favorites to work with because they give you that really good color. They give you good pigmentation. With the white, you're going to get a really crisp design. With the black, if you're looking for more depth to the nail and the design, you're going to be able to get that. So you can see again, it's going to give you a really crisp design every time, really highly pigmented, and it's going to transfer and release nice and easily. With the silver and gold, these do have a little bit of shimmer to them, but you're still going to get that really good crisp design every time. So again, just picking up, again, you're going to get that really good crisp design when you set that down. And the other nice thing about these colors is that they are quick drying so that you can stamp your design onto the nail. It's going to release really quick and easily from the stamper, but then after you've gone through and done your designs, it's going to dry pretty quickly, so then you can top coat over that really quickly afterwards. You don't have a whole lot of drying time, you don't have a lot of lag time or waiting. It is going to dry nice and quick and easily. So you can stamp with most of the Young Nails polish, but you're going to get a different look with some of them. If you're working with any of the lighter, more sheer colors, you're not going to get the same bold effect as you would with the black, white, silver, and gold. So right now I'm using one that's a little bit more sheer. So when I pick that up, you're going to still be able to see that on the stamper, but then when you put that down onto the nail, it's actually going to give you a little bit more of a shadow look. Now, if you were working over a darker surface, I've got a darker tile here, and you use those more sheer colors, they're going to give you a little bit more of, I call it a shadow look. So you're going to still be able to see that on the nail, but it's going to give you just more of a shadow to that look, rather than that full bold color and bold design that you get with some of the other colors. The one thing I will not recommend using for your stamping is the glitter polishes. They don't have any pigment to the polish, and all you have is the glitter. So the glitter is going to really just get stuck in between, and you're not going to be able to get an actual design. All it's going to do is just show up as glitter rather than the actual outline of your stamp. And same thing when you stamp that onto the nail, again, you're not going to actually see that design. So now the other thing that people always ask about for stamping is, can I stamp with gels or gel polish? And really, it's not going to be your ideal situation. I've got 3 of our different gels here. We've got our Mission Control gel paints, we've got our cream clays, which is our thicker gel paint, and then we also have our Manicure Color, which is just our standard gel polish. Now, if you're trying to stamp with either of the 2 art gels, those 2 they're both not going to pick up very well on the stamper. So if you take that gel paint, put that down onto your stencil, yes, it will spread onto the stencil, but this one is actually not going to be able to pick up onto your stamper. The gel paints are just too heavy, they're just too thick of a product to actually pick up on that stamper. So you're not going to be able to use the Mission Control. And same thing with our cream clays. Those are also a thicker product. You're going to be able to get that onto your stamping plate. You're going to be able to smooth that out onto your stamping plate. But again, it's not going to pick up onto that stamper. Now, the last gel polish that we've got is our Manicure Color. All right, so same thing if we use the white. Again, you're going to be able to get that into the stamping plate. You're going to be able to scrape through that. You're going to be able to stamp down onto it and pick it up, but you will start to see that product pull away because it's got such a shiny surface on your stamper. It's going to puddle a little bit more rather than giving you that nice crisp design. So again, when you go onto the nail, you're not going to get that same bold look that you did with the polish. So another reason that I wouldn't recommend using the gel polish to stamp with is because when you do pick that up with the stamper and you set that down onto the nail, there is a good chance that it's going to smudge when you are placing it. So when you pick that up, if you are able to get it on there, again, it could smudge, it could smear, and you're not going to get that really good crisp design. The other thing, and you can see right down here, is when we're working with the gels, if you do stamp with the gel and you get that on the skin, first of all, you want to avoid skin contact as much as possible, but you do have to make sure that you completely clean that off of the skin before you cure. And that can be a challenge as well. So it's a lot cleaner and it's a lot easier to clean up when you're using just the regular polishes. You're able to clean that up around the cuticle and you don't have to worry about getting gel on the skin or curing gel on the skin. So it's going to be a little bit safer using just the regular Young Nails polishes. So give these polishes a try for stamping and your designs will start coming out crisp every time.